Hogz taking advantage of that, but definitely in a tournament like this, you need to take advantage of that.
All right, we're jumping into our first match here. It is Nightmare versus U4RIA, ban phase online. Team U4RIA bans the Hulk out. Interesting, we didn't talk about Hulk much, but if you're going to be playing these really fast, aggressive dive comps, Hulk is kind of the tank that enables that gets in there, creates a ton of disruption. But the responsive ban on Hela, I think we're going to see a lot of first bans on Hela. And it's the protect on Adam Warlock, showing that Nightmare really does want to value that character on the strategist role.
And then we're seeing a protect of Venom out of U4RIA.
That is interesting, actually, to me. Banning Hulk, but protecting Venom. Maybe they just don't want to play Hulk, and they feel they're going to be more comfortable on Venom. Cloneman actually did play Venom in that previous tournament.
And as we were talking about earlier, you don't want to show your cards right away. As you can see, U4RIA protects Venom, but Nightmare knows, if they have a Venom, we might want to ban Spider-Man because of that team up being strong as well. And U4RIA banned Hulk, which has a strong team up with Iron Man and Doctor Strange too.
That's a great point. Rymazing played a lot of Iron Man in the previous tournament. And even though Iron Man's not banned out, if you take away that Hulk team up, you do mitigate some of his strengths. So Rymazing marking the magic. I do think it's good to note, though, both teams are playing this Adam Warlock, Star-Lord, Mantis team up. That ability to have these individual self-reses, if you do get picked off, you can still get back into the team fight very quickly. So valuable at this level of play because, players' aim is on such a level where there are going to be pickoffs.
I just realized as well, it's about a mirror match, basically. 5 of the same heroes on each side, and then U4RIA deciding to go with the Magneto instead of the Doctor Strange. On a map like this as well, we can see some glitchy stuff with the Doctor Strange portal right away.
Yeah, this is a map where that first point choke can be really hard to break for a lot of these teams, so I'll be super curious to see how the Strange portal gets used, maybe on attack to take a flank. Hogz setting up here for a potentially very aggressive dive on this Venom, maybe just scouting things out.
Oh, it looks like Nightmare is trying to use the portal defensively, and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, maybe they try and block the spawn, but they go for a cheeky play. SuperGomez is going to be holding forward here, both teams just poking and prodding. You can see SuperGomez pushing in, looking for something here, but they're not really forcing an engagement. Both Venoms diving in, but Doctor Strange doing a good job protecting. Rymazing trying to get a flank on this Magic, would love to catch the backline. They're rotating to the back point for Team U4RIA. Rymazing could have a big play here. Looks like he's unscouted.
Magic is a very strong dive hero as well. And as I say that, she gets a 3-piece. Make that 4 eliminations onto Nightmare. And U4RIA is holding this down right now.
Yeah, Adios just put up huge numbers. Rez is coming in from the team up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. U4RIA does lose Star-Lord, but Rez is available. U4RIA putting a ton of pressure on this point, starting the cap already. Can't afford to lose players here, though. It could be easy to throw this away. U4RIA playing with a lot of confidence here, pushing into SuperGomez. Pops the legendary, though, looking to clutch, getting a lot of support from his team. He might be making this happen. The bubble comes in from Magneto as well. SuperGomez is bringing this back from the jaws of defeat. 99% cap, and it's a clutch defense from Nightmare.
That is a huge clutch right there from SuperGomez. And as I was saying, oh my goodness, Karova with the beam onto Star-Lord. And as we were saying earlier, Adam Warlock, a very strong hero at the strategist role, being able to put out extra damage as well.
Ghasklin came back out on the Magneto, giving those bubbles to Rymazing on the Magic. Nightmare got caught off guard, but oh, that's a big pick onto Karova. See if the res is online. May not be. This may be a power play here for U4RIA pushing in.
Yeah, there's a lot of ultimates about to come out as well. SuperGomez with the elimination onto Lyte.
Aramori, though, still holding on to that Mantis ultimate, still potentially able to stabilize the team. Nightmare bending, but not breaking. Another pick, though, coming into SuperGomez. Aramori forced to pop that defensive ult. Adam Warlock getting zoned here. Hogz getting in the backline, denying that support, but the team comes in, protecting Adam Warlock, not before Rymazing is on top of them, though, cutting them to pieces on this Magic. And this attack, it looks so great at the start for U4RIA, but it's falling apart now. Nightmare stabilizing. Beautiful use of the support ultimate from Aramori, holding on to that until very, very deep into the fight. And U4RIA getting cut down. I think a flanker is behind for Team U4RIA. Hogz just holding down the front line. Maybe they're unaware of this player behind.
Yeah, U4RIA as well with 5 ultimates that come. Star-Lord popping his ultimate as well. Can he secure any eliminations, though? It doesn't look... Oh, there goes one. Down goes Rymazing in the Darkchild as well. That's a waste of an ultimate right there. Can U4RIA get this point here?
Rymazing, though, did a good job dying very close to the attacker spawn, so the attackers really have to push up to force this. Dark Charles from the offense. Adios coming in, instant burst kill onto SuperGomez. Magneto ulting, trying to clutch this out, trying to find counter kills. SuperGomez res, Karova as well, so Nightmare still holding on with this res team up, showing the power of it. Rymazing gets one, and that could be a crucial pick in this team fight. Mass res comes out from Zelos, see if he can get his teams back into the fight, but they're low HP, and Nightmare keeping the pressure on. Another legendary available for SuperGomez. Looks like he's not able to get too much more out of that, but the attackers are falling apart. Nightmare stabilizing, keeping U4RIA caught in this choke. Now Nightmare pushing forward, swarming in on top of the attackers, not giving them any quarter to regroup. Still, stabilization, though, from Erderis.
A very back and forth battle right here. Only 30 seconds remaining for U4RIA. They're being pushed back very hard right now. No ultimates as well to fight back. Only 20 seconds left. It's looking like Nightmare can hold this down right now.
Adios does find one on the Magic, but so many players from U4RIA are dropping all around him. Only 10 seconds left on the clock. Players still in spawn for U4RIA. They have to regroup, but that's a critical kill. Rymazing cutting down Lyte. The desperation touch from Cloneman on this Venom, but he's getting focus fire down. Nightmare holding this point strong. It looked like they were going to get blown out in the first engagement, but off of the back of a massive clutch by SuperGomez, it looks like they will be making the full hold here. U4RIA in shambles, stalling the point, keeping it alive, but one by one they drop, and the attackers fail to cap first point. 99.67%. Unbelievable clutch margin from Nightmare to bring that back. I thought that first point was gone for sure.
Yeah, that first fight, it was definitely looking like it was going to the hands of U4RIA, but Nightmare showing us why they are your previous champions from the 15K War of the Realms tournament. If you guys did not know, they did go up against U4RIA and win, and U4RIA is looking to make their comeback here and show why they are one of the best as well. But Nightmare has been going.
I was gonna say that's got to be a gut punch for U4RIA though,
Yeah.
to come out strong in the first fight. You open up with a quad kill from Adios. You think we've got this for sure, but somehow SuperGomez has farmed a legendary before you could even cap. I mean, I don't know how he did that. That's ridiculous performance to have the legendary online. I think U4RIA almost certainly weren't expecting it either. What a massive clutch performance out of the Star-Lord. And honestly, now that I see it, this triple team up with the Mantis, Adam Warlock, and Star-Lord looks dominant. I mean, with how effective it was in this match, I wouldn't be surprised to see some hero bands come out targeting it.
Oh yeah, it is extremely strong as well, and I did see Karova and Zelos both pop Adam Warlock's ultimates to revive everyone at the same time. A lot of players being revived at once, and Star-Lord's ultimate as well, very strong. Not really much to counter it out here. We don't see any Luna Snows to counter that, so if they can farm it very fast again, they could end this game in an instant.
Still winnable for the defense, right? With 99% capture, if they can match the full hold, right? It's not over just yet. We've seen how hard it can be to clean up an attack on this point when facing all the reses. Already, though, the brawl is getting started. Cloneman diving in, but getting focus fire. Nightmare aware of this potential for dive. SuperGomez poking and prodding at the front line, dancing around on this Star-Lord. Lyte drops very low. Looks like he is going to escape back to the team. SuperGomez starting to put some pressure on this cap. Gonna force the defenders of U4RIA to respond here. See what they can do to get into this engagement. But the dive is beautiful. SuperGomez very low players all around him. Adios drops. No res available for that magic. And Magneto as well. Those are the two worst deaths to come first. And Nightmare swarming over this. This game could be over before it's even begun.
Yeah, SuperGomez and the rest of Nightmare doing an excellent job putting in that damage, but it looks like... Oh, I was gonna say it looks like they res, but no, not in time. They could not touch, and Nightmare is taking the first game right here.
Such a huge strategic difference there that Nightmare exhibited in that match. Is like we saw how powerful those reses were on the defense, right? The team up so effective, but constantly Nightmare were focusing. They focus Magic, they focus Magneto first, the two characters who can't self-res in that team up. So the strategic depth from Nightmare really showing here. They get an advantage, they keep pushing it, they keep pressuring it.
And we will be getting into the next match. Team Nightmare with Jeff all across the screen. Gotta love Jeff. Definitely check out that new Jeff game mode and that new skin. And to kick it off, U4RIA is banning Psylocke. Once again, we will not be seeing any of her. I'm curious to see if Hela gets banned, and she does, as
yeah,
usual.
Last tournament, I think Nightmare banned Hela maybe every single game. There might have been an exception to that, but I believe every single map, every game, they just don't want Hela on the server. It's not the hero they like, and it's something that, I mean, if you don't ban it, you better believe the other team's going to play it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if there is a Star-Lord Protect for Nightmare, and okay, it looks like I'm predicting the future right now.
Well done.
Star-Lord, very useful for SuperGomez in the last match, and now U4RIA will be protecting Hulk, not being able to play him in the last match.
They
Hopefully
banned him
they
last
could...
time, and now they protect him. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
That's an interesting character as well to ban and then protect. I'm wondering if they will maybe whip out a Iron Man and Strange comp, abuse that team up here.
Yeah, I mean, Ghasklin has had a great Strange before as well, though, so I can't imagine that Nightmare is too worried about this. I think they're just pretty happy to have this Star-Lord team up come back through one more time. They're going to ban Rocket Raccoon. This is Shin Shibuya Convergence, so, you know, being able to, you know, get that res off with Rocket Raccoon could be extra valuable for defenders. Rymazing, though, Iron Man Hulk. I mean, this is what we talked about, right? Strange Iron Man Hulk. This is a comp that Nightmare cut their teeth on. U4RIA looks like they're going to mirror match here.
Yeah, same exact comp on both teams. A triple team up on both ends. Star-Lord, Mantis, Warlock, all of them being able to revive each other. And then the Gamma trio of Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Iron Man. It's just all about who can do it better here.
This is going to be an explosive team comp, right? Like both teams with so much damage potential, so much mobility. This is going to get wild. And I think, honestly, this is something that Nightmare should be really happy, really confident in. U4RIA, though, showing a lot of poise and confidence to not be banning Star-Lord, right? Like to say, okay, maybe that last game was an aberration. Maybe we didn't play our best. But they still believe that they can take the duel on this Star-Lord. It is a very strong character, but they're, you know, Lyte is just willing to take that matchup one more time. So they still have confidence in themselves and their strategy.
Yeah, I feel like, would you say this is a pretty good Iron Man map as well? A lot of high ground you can hide behind. I would say this is honestly my favorite map as well. I'm excited to see how this match plays out. SuperGomez is playing very aggressive right away, looking to get very good poke damage or even secure an elim right away.
Just getting a little extra pressure, right? Farming up a little bit of ultimate. Sometimes that can make the difference, these little efficiency differences. And Rymazing on his signature Iron Man. He's really been one of the top Iron Man players so far in the game. Super excited to see what he brings out on this character that we don't see so often at the high level of rank.
Iron Man just getting a lot of damage in right now, farming that ultimate very fast, as we saw in that last match. Oh, SuperGomez getting absolutely jumped right now, being able to get out and secure an elimination onto Zelos. That is what you want to see right away.
Great team play from Nightmare. Multiple players dropping low, but everyone keeping each other alive. SuperGomez trying to target down this backline. Res has been used on the Adam Warlock for the attackers. It looks like U4RIA going to take the reset with Adios falling. They don't want to get stuck into this fight. Cloneman trying to hold space on the flank. Looks like he'll be successful with that for now.
You definitely don't want to be caught staggering. That is a big waste of time. Doctor Strange getting jumped as well. He's able to get out. Very good for him. Just a very back and forth battle right now.
Yeah, it's SuperGomez and Lyte dueling on the front line. SuperGomez with a pretty significant lead on this ult charge. If he stays alive, he will have the first legendary. And Rymazing already with the ultimate. Big pickup to start it on Lyte. This fight has already gone wrong for U4RIA. Nightmare looking for the cleanup. SuperGomez falls, but he does have that res available.
That res is very strong, and then Adios with 2 eliminations, but it looks like Nightmare will be coming out on top in this fight potentially. It's still going back and forth. SuperGomez looking to get an elim onto Mantis. Down she goes, and it looks like Nightmare is continuing to hold it down.
They crushed that team fight, and they hold on to all their ultimates critically. Didn't expect anything to win that with only 2 minutes left on the clock. U4RIA have absolutely nothing to show for their attack so far. This is a brutal defense from Nightmare. SuperGomez with this roof drop down has a great head peek, scouting the opponent coming. And I mean, Rymazing has just been pouring on the pressure from this high ground, really putting on a masterclass to Iron Man.
Yeah, like we were saying before the match as well, Iron Man can definitely turn the tide of the match, especially with this triple team up. Rymazing and SuperGomez doing an amazing job securing these eliminations, getting in that damage, and it appears everyone in the lobby has their ultimate right now. It's all about who can press Q better right now.
Massive burst from Rymazing onto Araris, see if they can restore back into the fight. Aramori, though, forced to ult defensively, keeping everybody alive through this pressure. Lyte and Cloneman weren't able to connect with their ultimates, weren't able to secure eliminations. Hogz into the backline as well with the Super Hulk diving in. The mass res, though, coming down from Zelos, wants to get his team back into this team fight, and this could be turning against the defenders. U4RIA resurgent with Zelos ultimate, coming back in, sensing blood in the water, diving for kills, but it's a massive stun out of Ghasklin, and that hits the whole entire team. The mass res from Karova as well, getting Nightmare right right back into the defense, stabilizing them completely. That looked so good for U4RIA, but Nightmare were ready.
Yeah, that is a huge res right there as well for Karova. Down goes SparkChief, and U4RIA, they only have 50 seconds remaining, losing the last match as well. This has got to be a big vibe kill right now.
Yeah, this is really getting out of control. Nightmare building ahead of steam. It's Adios with the only ultimate in the lobby. Maybe this attacking Iron Man can find something, but can be hard sometimes to deploy that ultimate without dying. Here he goes. Does catch Aramori. See if she has the res online. Karova as well, low and stunned. This could be the breakthrough that the attackers are looking for. Aramori back to the fight, but maybe the damage has already been done. U4RIA charging forward, snowballing these kills. SuperGomez does strike back onto Adios. Karova reses. Hold on, I've seen this before. Hey, Nightmare, are they starting to come back?
They might be coming back right now. Adam Warlock Zelos securing the Elim onto Hogz. Can they secure this though? It looks like they will.
Maybe they will in overtime, starting to cap. SuperGomez has found a few kills into this, but the numbers are really starting to go against them. Rymazing trying desperately to get a kill, but hold on. Ghasklin Adios still finding something. SuperGomez res back into the fight. A legendary. I've been here before, Hank. Ultimate though coming in for the attackers, but a massive blast from Rymazing cuts down everyone on the offense. Absolutely carving through that Mantis ultimate. And that looks so possible for U4RIA, but once again, Nightmare snatch victory, playing with such incredible poise in overtime. The clock against them, and they are still finding such beautiful executions in these team fights.
That is legit flashbacks from the exact previous round. The same thing going down. Nightmare with the shot clock cheese. U4RIA, that has got to be draining. Getting that close twice to securing the capture of that point and just not being able to pull it out at the very end, that has got to hurt.
I feel Nightmare are just playing on another level right now. I think they're really getting more value out of the reses in specific, right? Like the players who have res online are really pushing the limits. We see SuperGomez diving in super aggressively. Karova and Aramori at times also being willing to put their lives on the line, to take risks, to take gambles. And well, they still come back into the team fight with these beautiful reses. And I think that ability to push the limits and just get a little bit more out of your life, willing to be aggressive on that first res cycle, is paying dividends for Nightmare. And honestly, their clutch potential looks really high right now, where U4RIA gets that advantage. They're desperate. They're charging forward. It looks so good for them. Nightmare, I think they're just staying confident in the situation, staying poised, which is so hard to do sometimes in these wild team fights in Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, Nightmare is definitely pulling off the team comp better with the reses. I did see as well during that last team fight, the Doctor Strange portaled and they popped the Iron Man all through that. So we can maybe see some creative plays in this round right here. I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Yeah, see how Nightmare approached the offense here. We've seen a lot of teams be held at this choke point. U4RIA setting up on the high ground, not wanting to let the attackers in at all. Starting to work their way through our SuperGomez and Rymazing, but SuperGomez instantly cut down. The focus fire, very aware. U4RIA saw that coming and completely punish it. Hogz barely escapes with his life, but hold on. Nightmare have taken the high ground. They flip control of this situation. They've assumed the defender position. SuperGomez reses himself, and he's right back into the engagement. Looks like that first death was just a feint, and now he's chasing down more kills. Adios on the Iron Man has to run away. U4RIA, though, with a few reses of their own, maybe enough to stabilize. Nightmare, though, still making this one interesting, still brawling in the backline, looking to find a few crucial pickoffs. Aramori stabilizing as well.
U4RIA being able to get themselves back into the fight with the reses is absolutely huge. And as I say that, Karova gets taken out. He could revive himself as well. Maybe just hold on to that one here. But U4RIA is turning it around right now. SuperGomez goes down to Adios.
Yeah, and U4RIA are navigating this crazy scenario well. Nightmare, though, in the brawl, they're so good in these moments with the mass reses come off, still clutching. That's a huge pick from Areris on the Mantis, clutching in the gap, wins that 1v1. Aramori, though, does have the res, is back in, and Karova, once again, has been the hero in these desperate scenarios, finding picks on this Adam Warlock. Maybe a strategist, but he's feeling like a duelist right now, and Rymazing hanging overhead like the sword of Damocles. Maximum pulse. Anyone who comes to touch this is going to get a face full of Iron Man. Hulk goes in, dies. The blast looks like it went wide, trying to punish the Strange portal, but still, Nightmare are so ready for these attackers coming in. Karova with the mass res, still ultimates available for Aramori. and it finally gets popped at the perfect moment with so many players low. Adios, maximum pulse is perfect. Hits absolutely everybody. And this is Nightmare maybe falling apart in this crucial moment. Only 2 minutes left on the clock. It's a beautiful combo. The Eye of Agamotto from Cloneman setting up beautifully. SuperGomez just doing whatever he can, trying to make some trades, but surely that maximum pulse from Adios is just too much. Nightmare getting 2 ticks of capture progress. Something to work with for that next team fight. 140 on the clock, but U4RIA are really showing that they're still in this to win it. Still potentially looking to make the full hold happen.
Yeah, that's a big stagger as well there from the Hulk. But as you were saying, the Iron Man being able to get the 3-piece with the ultimate right there, very huge. And Adam Warlock and Mantis being able to output so much damage as well from the strategist role can really change the tide of the fight as well.
Great combo from the Strange and the Iron Man. Looks like Lyte, though, going legendary, diving over the top of the backline, getting a huge cleanup here. Even punishes SuperGomez, denying his legendary. SuperGomez is rezzing, wants to trade back in, and does find the kill. SuperGomez very low HP, needs to get healed up by the team. Ghasklin, knowing that the player advantage potentially going to be online here, pushing forward. Doctor Strange with that Eye of Agamotto. He's been huge with it previously. Lyte wants to preempt that, though, getting in already, and Ghasklin doesn't get the opportunity to get his ult off. U4RIA, it's a beautiful burst on the attackers. Going to be resetting Nightmare here as they look to clean up Hogz, last alive. Use that Hulk ultimate, but with the focus fire, U4RIA can absolutely deal with it. And they're even going to be staggering Hogz a little bit longer, delaying this kill on the Hulk. And that's going to be really taking away some of these crucial few seconds that the attackers have to work with here. Last chance for Nightmare as U4RIA look to equalize.
Yeah, you do not want these staggers right now with only 30 seconds remaining, just removing so much more time. They only have enough for one more touch, only one fight. They do have Iron Man's ultimate to Doctor Strange. Could they maybe get a teleport to point? I don't think they have portal, did they not?
And we'll have to see how they look to approach this. Ghasklin, the Eye of Agamotto has to be huge. They've got that combo with Iron Man, and it looks like they are going to be portaling in. Flank coming in as well. Rymazing's looking to set up. It's a massive Eye of Agamotto. Maximum pulse. Gets both supports. Critical kills here. Karova as well, keeping everybody res and alive. And Aramori, the support ultimate. It is overtime, but Nightmare may have finally done it here. Res is still coming in for the defenders. They're trying to clutch. SparkChief holding on desperately with the Hulk, but Hogz is in the backline, cleaving them apart. Focus fire comes into Hulk, and it looks so possible for U4RIA, but it is Nightmare taking map 2, coming up to a clean lead in the series, putting themselves on match point.
Definitely a very back and forth battle right there. Nightmare going up 2-0. All they have to do is win one more match, and they will be in the winners finals and secure walking out of this tournament with some dollary dues.
This is a big win, as you said.
Then they are fighting for their lives down there. And as I'm saying that, we're getting into the third match right here. If Nightmare wins this, they secure themselves in the winners finals, and U4RIA would be going down to the losers finals. But let's see how this match plays out. U4RIA banning Psylocke, and then Nightmare banning Hela. Nothing different here. Nightmare not needing to switch it up. Let's see.
I mean, why change anything? I think Hela is that type of character who, you know, can really throw a monkey wrench into your plans. I'm pretty sure Nightmare is just going to be ripping this Hela ban all tournament long. And I mean, once again, nothing has changed. I will say for U4RIA, right? That last map was a lot closer. It was down to a final overtime fight. Nightmare barely clutches it out. So U4RIA, I think it is not crazy for them to think we can do this, we can win it. But looks like exactly the same bans so far that we saw in the last match. See if Nightmare also bans Rocket Raccoon. I'm not even sure this ban matters all that much. They're going to ban the Iron Man. That is so interesting.
Yeah, that's smart. I feel like Nightmare may be thinking, oh, we don't need the Iron Man. We see that you guys want to protect that Hulk. You guys want that team up. I feel like Nightmare is more comfortable with simply relying on the Star-Lord Mantis Warlock, but it looks like they're not using Warlock this match. It'll be Luna Snow, actually.
We'll see what they end up coming out on, but Rymazing is marking the Moon Knight here, and Moon Knight has actually, for me, looked pretty strong in ranked at times. You know, that ultimate can be pretty impressive at like carving through these heavy tanks, but also Hogz marking a Garroot here. So instead of playing the dive tank, they want to slow the game down a little bit, focus a little bit more on these frontline trades. with the double defensive support ultimate that Luna Snow and Mantis offer, you can really stabilize through a lot of these ultimates. However, I think U4RIA is going to have the opportunity to get super aggressive here, right? They're marking Spider-Man as well as Star-Lord, Hulk, going to be able to dive in. They're going to have the reses coming out from Adam Warlock. So Nightmare dropping this res team up, not valuing it here on Yggdrasil Path Convoy. Gonna be curious to see how this has worked out. I mean, that has been a really dominant strategy all the way to this point in the series. Is this a mistake for Nightmare, or do they know something we don't?
3, 2, 1.
They may know something we don't. Moon Knight on both teams here. Moon Knight, a very strong character. You got to make sure you destroy those unks right away. You can get a lot of burst damage in there. Nightmare holding the high ground right here.
SuperGomez, though, overextended, caught as well, could not escape from that fight, and with no res, he's going to be out of the team fight. Already a player advantage for U4RIA on the offense. They've got to be feeling good about that. Attackers continuing to push forward. The front line looking strong, but this is where Group can really shine, holding down that front line, needing a lot of heals, though, taking a lot of pressure from the attackers. Karova as well drops low on the Luna Snow. Everyone from Nightmare taking a lot of heat. The attackers are pouring on the pressure. Supports for Nightmare struggling to keep up with the heals, but so far it's just barely enough. A beautiful hold of the pressure so far, but tank's still low. Need to get rehealed. Karova, though, does have ultimate online already on Luna Snow. This is massive heals coming out from the Luna Snow. The Groot and the Strange have traded pressure incredibly well. Karova still holding on to the ultimate that has it online. Moon Knight pops up, but Karova as well responds. And with the push forward, Luna Snow charging forward, everyone with so much confidence here in the heals from the Luna Snow ultimate. U4RIA strikes back with their own Luna Snow. Rymazing, though, looking to counter with this Moon Knight ultimate. Eye of Agamotto comes down, finds a couple, but might just be enough here. Getting one kill, not quite enough to clear out Nightmare, but now a few more kills coming for the attackers. Still, ultimates being held for U4RIA. Looks like they are going to be able to secure this offensive push. And Nightmare just a little bit too late. Aramori, though, is going to pop this Mantis ult. Solo holding the card, just stalling the game out. Trying to maybe clutch. I mean, pretty hard to kill her, but she's all alone. Can't imagine she's going to be able to clutch. I mean, does get one kill in the team fight. And the Strange portal comes in. Legendary from Lyte, though. Perfectly timed for this moment. Had it saved up for the clutch contest. Charging forward, U4RIA looking good to potentially finish this cap. But Nightmare, once again, I mean, they're fantastic in these low number scenarios, stalling the cart when it looks impossible against them. But Hulk on top of the backline, doing exactly what he needs to do, shutting down those healers. It's a beautiful play from SparkChief.
At first, I was gonna say I don't think that Mantis ultimate to stall the cart was worth it, but it looks like Nightmare is doing an amazing job of holding this down right now. The Strange portal to get back as well, and they managed to make it work. And this is a big stagger out of SparkChief for U4RIA as well.
I thought there was absolutely no way the defenders would clutch, and they even have this Hulk gonna die super late into the team fight. That is insane from Nightmare that they're able to clutch. The Strange portal was massive, and I totally agree. I would have criticized Aramori for that. I thought, no way you can clutch with the solo Mantis ult, but she did find a kill, remember, at the end of that Mantis ult, and I think that might have made all the difference. That one crucial pick from the strategist really did tip the balance for the defenders, able to get back fast, and now it's Nightmare with a big bank of ultimates, and I'm having deja vu. This could be another full hold for Nightmare. Big stun from Ghasklin, gets both backliners with the Eye of Agamotto. Luna Snow ultimate as well being poured on from Nightmare as they charge forward, clean up every single attacker. SparkChief does find a trade onto SuperGomez, but he looks so difficult for the attackers now. Very low on ultimates. They are coming up on these support ultimates. Adios is going to swap to the Magic, maybe looking to dive in with the help of some support ultimates. But Nightmare, Rymazing and Hogz, they have a potentially devastating ult combo. If you get caught in this Groot ult, you are going to get absolutely smoked by the Moon Knight. So something you've got to be very careful for on the attackers right here. Not getting caught by Groot, but a beautiful flank coming out from Hogz. Catches everyone, and the follow-up is perfect from Rymazing. No one expects the Groot flank coming in from behind. Cloneman cut down as well, and U4RIA, 20 seconds on the clock. They have to make a last-minute regroup.
Yeah, as you were saying, that Moon Knight Groot combo just absolutely sick. There is no way to avoid that. 10 seconds left before he has to figure out a way to touch here.
Yeah, they have fast-moving characters. They have a few ultimates. Maybe it could be possible here. 3 seconds left on the clock. Attackers got to make the touch. Adios does get it done. And Araris as well with the Mantis ult, keeping everybody alive. Aramori responds in kind. Hogz getting bursted down through the support ultimate. Maybe a miscommunication from Nightmare. They lose a player. SuperGomez with the Legendary trying to clutch, but U4RIA holding on. Zelos with the Luna Snow, keeping everybody up. and SparkChief getting on top, trying desperately to finish off SuperGomez, but he does stay alive for the moment. U4RIA, though, Adios making a big difference here, carving up the backline on this Magic, and maybe, finally, U4RIA might be capping their first point in this series, Hank.
U4RIA finally being allowed to continue playing the game. Adios is okay. They have secured the point. SuperGomez a big stall right here. It looks like he's getting staggered, actually. He's just getting absolutely hawked down by everyone. Pinched, and down he goes.
All right, U4RIA. Card is rolling. The first time in this series you've capped the point. They've got to, I mean, is this the start of something? They have a long way to go. Oh, Areris gets absolutely smoked by the arm from Moon Knight. Rymazing once again with the ultimate. We saw what he's able to do last time. SparkChief getting in on the backline, does have the Super Hulk here, charging in, taking a ton of pressure off his team, and Card is rolling this whole time. Nightmare do get to sleep on him. SuperGomez tries as well to punish, does find Lyte, and SparkChief, the sleep on the ultimate was massive. He really wasn't able to get much done with that ultimate Hulk. Gets cleaned up now, back into the Baby Hulk form, and Karova's just gonna rip the Luna Snow ultimate, using that damage boost. They're charging forward, they're cleaning up every single one of these attackers. Nightmare looking to potentially take this all the way to the spawn. They do think better of it though. They're gonna hold the line at this archway, and we've seen this combo before. Hogz, he's on the flank. Rymazing does have ultimate online. This is looking really scary for U4RIA. How do you walk up in this situation?
Looking very scary for U4RIA right here. Groot as well, being a tank that allows you to take a lot of space here, wall off the enemy team, separate them, and it looks like Magic is just trying to get in, get out. Adios. And the Groot ultimate comes out once again. The combo Groot with Rymazing on the Moon Knight, securing 2 eliminations on both strategist heroes, but they're able to revive themselves because of that overpowered team up.
Could be enough. Pushing forward with the Mantis ultimate, the attackers trying to get something out of this. SuperGomez pops legendary, but can't find targets out of this Mantis ultimate. Can't find anything to clean up. Great support from U4RIA attackers, keeping each other alive. Nightmare, though, still brawling this out. And the flank comes in from Lyte. See if he can get something done with his own legendary from behind. No, he gets traded. It's Hogz. SuperGomez cleaning up that backline flanker. U4RIA thought that was their moment. Lyte, though, does rise back into the fight. And now Magic with the Dark Child is absolutely cleaving apart the defenders. Surely even Nightmare could not clutch this team fight. Magic does not want to let anyone escape. Is going to clean up SuperGomez as well. And finally, U4RIA able to roll the cart. Well done by Aramori, though, dying last on the payload. That's going to mean the cart wasn't able to roll for the last moments of that team fight. Nightmare having one more chance to hit this recontest, and they have kind of the dream ultimate for it, right? That Luna Snow ultimate, going to be able to get you out through the choke point, allow you to get this team fight going. Cloneman wants to fight a massive Eye of Agamotto. But coming in from the flank is Nightmare. They're going to dodge the choke completely. Super aggressive with this Luna Snow ultimate.
Eye of Agamotto coming out for U4RIA, and it looks like it does not convert. Down goes Cloneman right away. The Luna Snow ultimate, as you said as well, for Nightmare could be huge right here.
Massive Magic on the backline, though. She needs to win these duels, and she's so far doing it. Cart is rolling, and they are going to cap this second checkpoint. So U4RIA, despite not being able to convert from the Eye of Agamotto, the Luna Snow ultimate was a little bit too much, but they were able to win the long fight off of the position gained in that moment. And U4RIA now another checkpoint cap. This has been a very, very close map. Multiple times it's looked like Nightmare were going to potentially close it out, but each time U4RIA has snatched the game back, kept themselves alive here in the upper bracket. Nightmare, though, with a big value bank of ultimates here. A lot of tools to work with as they push forward to the objective.
Yeah, once again, Nightmare, they do have that Groot and Moon Knight combo in the bank right now. Will they pull it out potentially right here?
Lyte getting caught as well. SuperGomez aggressively on the flank. Maybe DC'd from Lyte there. He's caught in the corner. Groot ultimate comes in. Beautiful follow-up. And the support ultimate from Areris is just not enough. He gets cut down. Magic as well, cleaned up. And U4RIA, 30 seconds left. Nightmare winning with just 2 ultimates. Great discipline from them. Holding on to 3 ultimates, using only their Moon Knight and Groot combo that has just been so devastating all map long. U4RIA, this is their last chance to make a push in. They do have a few strong ultimates, duelist ultimates online, but Nightmare playing aggressive on the defense, punishing these attackers as they walk in. Dark Child into the backline, but it's Nightmare who's absolutely cleaning house right now. Karova is just dueling the Dark Child absolutely fearlessly. And unfortunately, it did look like Lyte disconnected in that crucial fight. Oh, that's a gut punch for U4RIA, getting so far into the map and stymied at the last moment by an incredibly resurgent Nightmare.
That is definitely a punch in the gut right there. At least they were able to pull it out a little bit further in this match. They were able to reach the second checkpoint at least. Definitely a lot better than the first two matches, but I feel like they could make a good hold right here. Hopefully Lyte can reconnect as well. Let's see if we see any switch ups for the comps right here, but that was definitely a lot better than the first two matches, I would say, right, Jake?
Yeah, definitely. And Nightmare with this comp, you know, they've really changed it up despite the series going so good for them, you know, running that Adam Warlock team up. Now they're valuing the potential for this, you know, Groot and Moon Knight to just secure a checkpoint, right? Like, it's that power of the combo where even if the enemy has a support ultimate, you may still be able to, you know, damage them through the support ultimate, still get a bunch of kills, still get the cleanup. And I mean, we saw on their defense how good they are at clutching these fights with support ultimates. I think they really value having just this one ultimate combo that you can just devastate through a backline.
Yeah, definitely will be unfortunate as well for U4RIA here if Lyte cannot reconnect right away. 5v6 might be a little hard to hold down for a little bit.
Yeah, that is brutal for U4RIA. Just when the series started to be, you know, looking competitive, they started to bring it back, capture some points. I can't imagine them being able to battle down one with, you know, how good Nightmare has been. Attackers just pushing forward. Defenders waiting for that crucial choke point. U4RIA just going to fight this one out, do the best they can. Adios setting up on the flank on the Magic. Could try and mix it up, could try and pick off supports. If you are down one, that's how you've got to create an advantage. But Nightmare, they're so ready for this. They saw this coming a mile away. Beautiful peel by Ghasklin. Cleans up the flankers, shuts down the Hulk, and they're swarming over now, using every advantage. In the end, we're playing for big cash money today. No mercy for your opponents. Nightmare want to end this one 3-0 and secure their placement in the money. Ghasklin looks like he's even building a portal to potentially block these attackers and spawn. See where he tries to build it.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Yeah, defenders as well, maybe building a portal. Looks like they want to split up though, approach from different angles. And it is going to be a portal through, and an instant burst by Rymazing onto Zelos. That's so much of your value down, and they're just getting carved apart. Moon Knight is absolutely feasting without the Star-Lord to mark him on the flank. Moon Knight is just cleaving through these defenders as they touch the objective. Lyte desperately trying to reconnect, desperately trying to fix his internet, I'm sure. I've been there. It's a brutal place to be as the clock is running out on U4RIA.
Unfortunate for Lyte's provider and the rest of U4RIA, but Moon Knight getting a lot of burst damage in right away with the Moon Knight, securing the Elim right away, making it a 6v4. It's just hard for U4RIA to come back right there, but it is still possible to hold it down.
Just
Not looking
barely.
the best,
I mean,
though.
this is a scary place to be. And Nightmare's so aggressive. You know, you can't blame them. This is a competitive tournament. They're playing for real money. They're coming in, trying to carve up. Looks like U4RIA have switched to triple tank, 2 support combo. So trying to brawl it out here in the front line and just stabilize. But Nightmare surviving well with support ultimates. Legendary pop. There's no heals left. This is going to be an absolute cleanup. SuperGomez is wiping through them with this legendary. Absolutely nothing they can do to stand here. And Nightmare still staying so clean, still staying so disciplined. In a moment that a lot of teams maybe would throw caution to the wind and would over-ultimate, they're still using the absolute minimum, right? Showing their discipline as a team. Even when you have the advantage, they don't give any quarter to their opponents. That's what I like to see at this level. You need to be playing consistently. There will be tougher challenges ahead in this tournament. Oh, that's a beautiful Ankh placement by Rymazing. Anybody who comes through this choke is going to really feel the pressure from Moon Knight. U4RIA struggling to make this defense. They're coming through on the flank. Last second touch by Iron Man, but so much pressure on him. He's instantly farmed, bursted down. Everyone one by one getting crushed. Eye of Agamotto shut down. Cloneman couldn't even get the skill off, and it's a big cleanup. The Cloak and Dagger ultimate keeping people alive for the moment, but ultimately Ghasklin just ends things right there with the Eye of Agamotto of his own on the offense. U4RIA, last players alive, getting staggered out as well off the bad spawn. Desperately running to the cart, forcing the kills to come in, but I mean, the clock is just against you now. 5 minutes for the attackers. At this point, U4RIA are really starting to feel the pressure. Nightmare can really taste the victory already in front of them.
And that victory is tasting very sweet right now for Nightmare. Like you said, a whole 5 minutes. It's looking near impossible right now for U4RIA to try and make this comeback. Right now, they do have 2 ults on the board, Hulk and Captain America. They could make something work here, but it's not going to secure them. It looks like
doing a little bit of
Nightmare
feeding,
doing a little bit of
trolling.
trolling, a little bit of emoting out of the group there. Being a little bit cocky. I mean, as they should, but
You gotta, all right, that's good sportsmanship. I respect that from Hogz. Hitting the emote. You're up 6v5, all right? Somebody's got to start hitting some emotes.
yeah.
Come on, guys. Players starting to have some fun with it. What can you do? It's a tough situation to be in. Hogz, though, he does have that ultimate online. SuperGomez, potentially, this legendary has been so consistent for him in the past. But Areris does have that Luna Snow ultimate, right? I think they do have that one really powerful tool in their back pocket. Legendary forces the Luna Snow ultimate in response. SuperGomez trying to stay alive, just get back to his team, regroup as well. Aramori, in response, has her own ultimate. But big ultimates coming up. Nightmare, the combo that's won the game for them time and time again. Groot, Moon Knight, here it comes. Everybody caught. The Moon Knight with the follow-up, and it's all Nightmare in the feed. They're going to close out here on Yggdrasil path, securing their first victory in a 3-0 fashion. It's tough to see Lyte disconnected. Does U4RIA have any chance to stall this? Maybe I've called it too soon, but this, oh, and the strange portal blocking the spawn. Insult to injury by Ghasklin. And Nightmare secures their position in the upper bracket final, getting into the money already with a huge 3-0. It's tough to see Lyte disconnect there in those final moments. It's not what you want to see. But at the same time, Nightmare, this series was in their control throughout. You've got to give them credit with how well they played, the diversity of strategy that they showed. They were the stronger team today.
Nightmare definitely the stronger team today, being able to